let's see our first example. Find the inverse given f of x is equal to 7x minus 5. So look back on your previous page, and the first thing they tell us to do is to replace f of x with y equals. So replace f of x with y equals. We know those are interchangeable. Interchange the x and the y. So x is equal to 7y minus 5. Okay, and then the step 3 says solve for y. So I'll give you a minute to solve this for y. Okay, I wrote the steps out to the side, and now I'm just solving for y. So first thing I'm going to do is add 5, x plus 5 is equal to 7y, and we're solving for y, so we want to get y by itself, so we continue out, and we get x plus 5 over 7 is equal to y. And then our step 4 says replace, let me write the step for it, replace y by f inverse of x. So now it's just going to say x plus 5 over 7 is equal to the f inverse of x. And this is our inverse. We can use the definition to verify this, and we could just say the f times the f inverse. Let me flip back on this other page where it's written. F times the f inverse of x should equal to x, and the f inverse of f of x should equal to x if we did that correctly. So just for extra practice, if you want, you can do that on the side. But we were just asked to find the inverse. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, pause this and see how far you can get on this one. Okay, so here we have it. Our first step, we interchanged f of x with y equals. That's here. The next thing we did was we interchanged x and y, and then we solved for y equals here. And then we have our cubed root of x minus 1 is equal to y, and our last step is replace the y with the f inverse of x. Like I said, we could verify this using previous work, but this is all that they ask us to do, so we're good there. Okay, we move on to this next idea, and we say we're looking at a horizontal line test for inverse functions. When we go back and we talk about a function, we use vertical line tests to determine if something was a function. Remember, we would put a vertical line through it. Now we're going to use the horizontal line test for inverse functions. So I'm going to pause this and draw a few sketches, and then we're going to determine whether or not they're inverse functions. Okay, so take a minute and draw these sketches, and then pause it till you get them drawn, and then we'll start working them. Okay, so horizontal line test says we can draw a horizontal line anywhere, and I don't need an arrow there, anywhere, and it should only cross our function once. Then we would say yes, this has an inverse. What about for our second one? It says it cannot graph at more than one point, so when this one touches at more than one point, we say no, this does not have an inverse. Okay, we consider the third function in more than one place, more than one point, so we would say no inverse. What do you think about the last one? Yes, anywhere. I can put it here. It only touches at one place. If I just happen to put it up here, it would be one place. So anywhere I would put a horizontal line, it's only going to touch at one point. So we would say, yes, this has an inverse. What do you think about a circle? No inverse. Good. Which, comment too, And more precisely, a circle's not a function, so of course it's not going to have an inverse either. So